Mentioned there's skillful fighters out there. One guy that I do think is skillful, Terence Crawford.
Terence Crawford has long been underrated, with many doubting his boxing skills and power. Despite proving himself repeatedly, most notably with his 9th-round knockout of Errol Spence Jr., he still faces skepticism. Even Floyd Mayweather didn't fully grasp Crawford's greatness until recently, following a training session with him. The world champion from Omaha continues to silence critics, showcasing his dominance in the ring time and time again.
To move up,
wait. I think when he was like, I really super.
Terence Crawford prepared to face Canelo Alvarez. He sparred with Floyd Mayweather, showcasing his dominance with skill and punching power. Crawford's performance shocked Mayweather, who struggled against his precision and strength. The session was a revelation, leaving Mayweather no choice but to acknowledge Crawford's exceptional talent and undeniable prowess in the ring.
Y'all sitting up here, y'all praising this dude. This dude was nothing. I was almost 40 years old when I cooked this dude.
Terence Crawford prepared for his upcoming fight against Canelo Alvarez. He brought Floyd Mayweather into his training camp. The undefeated boxing legend was highly impressed by Crawford's improvements and had no doubt that Canelo would be put to sleep when the fight came. Adding to Crawford's already exceptional skill set, Mayweather shared valuable defensive techniques to help him avoid being hit by the bigger opponent, further sharpening Crawford's abilities for the highly anticipated showdown.
I was 36, and Canelo was 23, around the same age. Some of these guys.
Mayweather introduced several defensive techniques to Terence Crawford, including the shoulder, roll, and precise footwork to help him prepare for Canelo Alvarez. It's clear that Crawford is gearing up for both Canelo's offensive and defensive strategies, ready to adapt to whatever style the Mexican champion brings. Confident in his abilities, Crawford believes he can inflict serious damage on Canelo when they meet in the ring. After their training session, Mayweather couldn't help but reflect on his own fight against Canelo Alvarez over a decade ago. He pointed out striking similarities between his younger self and Crawford, suggesting that the result of Crawford versus Canelo would mirror what happened in 2013. Mayweather and Canelo faced off in a highly anticipated WBC and WBA light middleweight title bout in September 2013. At the time, it was Mayweather's 45th professional fight, while Canelo, still young, was stepping into his biggest challenge yet. Though some expected a competitive fight, Mayweather's masterful performance led to a dominant victory on points, despite the scorecards appearing closer than reality.
They don't want to see Tank win because they feel like they're beating me because I dominated the fight game for so long. But these same writers out here, they praise Canelo. He can pick and choose who he wants.
Dominated his 2013 fight against Canelo Alvarez, using his superior skills and ring IQ to outclass the young Mexican over 12 rounds. Despite a clear victory, the fight ended in a majority decision, with Judge C.J. Ross controversially scoring at 114-114, baffling many in attendance, including Mayweather himself. Speaking to Fight Hype, the 47-year-old didn't hold back when discussing Canelo's boxing ability. Summing up the fight in just 3 words, Mayweather stated bluntly, "He was nothing." Mayweather elaborated on his thoughts, dismissing Canelo's abilities. "You can take a guy like Canelo. I'll tell the truth about Canelo. The idiot was an easy cakewalk. Easy. You're all praising this dude. He was nothing. I was almost 40, and I cooked this dude easily." Despite Mayweather's harsh assessment, Canelo went on to become one of the biggest names in boxing after suffering his first professional defeat. Over the next decade, he captured world titles at middleweight, super middleweight, and light heavyweight, even becoming the undisputed champion at 168 pounds. After losing to Mayweather, Canelo won his next 15 fights, solidifying his legacy as one of the sport's all-time greats. Now, Canelo is preparing for another blockbuster showdown, this time against fellow pound-for-pound star Terence Crawford, with the fight expected to take place later this year. However, some observers believe the weight disparity could pose a significant challenge for Crawford. The Omaha-born fighter would be making a major leap from 154 pounds to 168 pounds, having only fought once at super welterweight. With Canelo being a naturally bigger man, many speculate that the fight could end in a brutal knockout loss for Crawford, similar to when Amir Khan, another smaller opponent, moved up 2 weight classes to face Canelo and was stopped in devastating fashion. Despite concerns about the size difference, Mayweather's comments on Canelo's power may give Crawford confidence. When asked if he was worried about Canelo's punching power ahead of their fight, Mayweather dismissed any concerns, saying, "Not at all." He further explained, "In the ring, it was nothing I hadn't felt before. I've been in this sport for over 20 years. Canelo, now 34 and fighting out of Guadalajara, Mexico, currently holds the unified world titles at 168 pounds. However, he has failed to stop his last 5 opponents, leading some to question whether he still possesses the power needed to put Crawford away." As the highly anticipated fight draws closer, fans are eager to see whether Crawford's skill can overcome the size difference, or if Canelo will prove too big and strong for him. Canelo Alvarez currently holds the WBC, WBA, and WBO super middleweight titles at 168 pounds, and is preparing to defend his crown against fellow pound-for-pound superstar Terence "Bud" Crawford later this year. The highly anticipated showdown is shaping up to be one of the biggest fights in boxing history. Canelo's only other professional defeat came in 2022, when he was comprehensively outboxed by former WBA light heavyweight champion Dimitri Bivol. Adding to the excitement surrounding Crawford's preparation, Eddie Hearn was also present at the training camp, supporting rising star Shakur Stevenson. This turned the gym into an impromptu gathering of some of boxing's most influential figures. While it's often said that what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas, in today's world, where celebrities are constantly under public scrutiny, keeping secrets is nearly impossible, especially when Floyd Mayweather is involved. A recent meeting in a Las Vegas gym between Mayweather and renowned promoter Eddie Hearn sparked plenty of attention. While their exchange was wrapped in humor, there was an undeniable edge to their conversation, given Hearn's previous comments about Mayweather's finances. Hearn had previously suggested in multiple interviews that Mayweather's net worth was not as high as many believed, implying that the former champion was seeking exhibition fights out of financial necessity. Mayweather, who earned more than $1.2 billion during his illustrious career, including massive paydays from fights against Manny Pacquiao and Conor McGregor, is widely reported to have a net worth of around $400 million. This fortune has allowed him to maintain an extravagant lifestyle, filled with luxury cars, mansions, and high-stakes gambling. Since retiring from professional boxing in 2017, Mayweather has continued to compete in lucrative exhibition matches against lesser-known opponents, including YouTubers Logan and Jake Paul. He has repeatedly insisted that these events bring in 8-figure paydays, famously referring to them as legalized bank robberies. However, Hearn has publicly questioned whether Mayweather truly has the wealth he claims. In one interview, Hearn stated, "I don't think he's got the money he says he has. That's just my opinion. I don't think he needs the money, but when you have that lifestyle and you're spending what he's spending, it's hard to maintain." These comments did not go unnoticed by Mayweather, and when the two crossed paths in a Las Vegas boxing gym, Mayweather took the opportunity to confront Hearn in a lighthearted but pointed manner. The pair were both in town for the fight between Diego Pacheco and Steve Nelson, and as they watched some sparring, Mayweather brought up Hearn's remarks. The undefeated boxing legend joked, "Somebody told me, because you know I don't have social media on my phone, so they showed me what you said. Their back and forth quickly turned into a playful exchange, with Mayweather and Hearn trading jokes in front of their respective entourages, turning the confrontation into an entertaining spectacle. Despite the banter, it was clear that Mayweather was eager to set the record straight about his financial status. While Hearn may have questioned his spending habits, Mayweather remains one of the most financially successful athletes in history. His ability to continue making millions through exhibition fights ensures that his wealth remains substantial, even long after his retirement from the professional ranks. As Mayweather and Hearn exchanged words in the gym, the moment became yet another memorable event in the world of boxing. With Crawford preparing for the biggest challenge of his career against Canelo, and legends like Mayweather and Hearn engaging in friendly rivalries outside the ring, the sport continues to captivate fans worldwide. Now, all eyes are on the upcoming fight between Canelo and Crawford. Will Crawford's skill and speed be enough to overcome the size and power of the Mexican champion? Or will Canelo prove once again why he remains one of the most dominant fighters in the sport? With fight night approaching, boxing fans eagerly await the answers. Floyd Mayweather Jr. addressed the rumors about exchange sent Mayweather into a burst of laughter, along with a few members of his entourage, making it evident that there were no hard feelings between the two. As the pair shook hands, it was clear that while Hearn may have once questioned Mayweather's financial situation, the former champion remained confident in his wealth and business decisions. Their conversation, though wrapped in humor, added yet another entertaining chapter to the ever-dramatic world of boxing.